Okay. Buy 5% less, sell for 10% more. Craft specialty food and drinks. Persuasions. Probably want to do persuasions. Theft. Science. Get more common, uncommon. Med packs, trauma kits. Let's do persuasion first. I do like being able to talk. Now, did she give me a boost pack? Is that what she said? Yes, and that one is way better than I think than the others that we have so far.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
Oh, I should look around first. Hold up.
Time to go?
I'll be back. Just like you should get to know everybody. Look around.
I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me, but this is exciting. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Yeah, that's rude. You're a very rude man. I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
I love a bit of Charles Dickens in this. They do. Hey guys, I'm going to try switching my monitors around, so give me like 2 seconds. Let's try this a little bit, because my neck was kind of starting to kill me a little bit on looking at the other one. So we'll see how this runs.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Can you say that again? Because I was... Oh, okay, it tells you. You get a mission thing. Where's your rolling constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to
the
fund
money
all
guy.
this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use.
It's true.
I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Okay. You think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
I mean, have I seen anything like this before?
This? Or anything else? You'll have to forgive me. I don't know you as well as the others here. If you weren't so new to the group, I might already know the answer.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
This isn't where I'd expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
Okay.
Remember, you're representing all of us out there. So, Mateo, swiped any new religious texts?
Ha ha. I don't have much time for that kind of thing anymore. So much to do around here, you know?
I wasn't born yesterday, you know. I bet you have your eye on something.
Well, okay. Hey, fine. I had heard that Buddha's tooth may still exist. Trying to
Yeah,
find
what
out
is it?
Let me know how it turns.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people.
Really need to film again.
Our family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Yeah, let's talk to you, Noel. How you start with a lady
That
named
was
Noel?
intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noel. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
How long have you been working on all this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
Vision I saw, what do you think it was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Barrett saw something too?
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
A reasonable explanation.
There might be a reasonable explanation. I wasn't there. I didn't see what you saw. I'm just not in a position to say for sure.
Okay,
It's
that's
okay.
fair.
Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
It's something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
Cool, okay.
I trust you're still satisfied with your choice to join Constellation, Noel?
It's a dream come true, Sarah. You know that.
You've been an invaluable asset to the group, Noel. Just wanted to make sure you didn't regret it.
Okay, maybe not every single day is a dream come true. But the work we're involved in, the discoveries we're making, it's all worth it.
I was supposed to follow Noel. Is that not a mission?
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but stay safe, okay?
Can I help?
Why are you not giving me the tour?
Satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Oh, okay, I got a key. Ooh. Weapon workbench, spacesuit workbench, industrial workbench, pharmaceutical lab, cooking station, constellation mission board. Requires a master skill. Lockpicking, I guess. The well. Is this my room? This is an agenda for the very first meeting of the governor of Aquila Solomon Co. and his cabinet. The list itself is purely of topics, so what was discussed and decided is unknown. It includes topics such as trade with Volley, Ashton investigation, and a planned celebration. Okay. Well, what kind of things can we cook? Alien jerky. Oh, I left the bread on Bosco. It feels like there should be like a storage bin in here that you would put stuff. Don't have any titanium. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Can you break weapons down? That is a question. Like, could I break this down? Can you uninstall? Maybe not yet. Maybe eventually. Okay. Nice stuff. Can we do the spacesuit? Ballistic shielding. EM shielding, energy shielding. Okay, just different shieldings. Has skins. Okay. Industrial workbench. The industrial workbench allows you to create basic manufactured components which can be used for building structures for your outpost and crafting mods for your weapons and equipment. The raw resources used for manufactured components can be acquired from planets and moons by starting an outpost and setting up resource extractors. More advanced manufactured components can be created from fabricators at an outpost. Okay. Cool. Not too worried about this right now.
I am at your service, Captain.
Oh wait, I didn't mean to go outside. Shit. See your parents at the Pioneer Tower. Okay, I can do that. Whose bed is this? Following is excerpt from the 2283 SSNN news report about the constellation's near collapse. Now, although constellation's relevance has been a subject of much debate amongst New Atlantis intelligentsia, the disappearance of founder Sebastian Banks was a blow most felt the organization could survive. In fact, Constellation's disbanding seemed imminent until member Chloe Bao changed her vote in the 11th hour, thus ensuring the group's continued operation at least for the time being, as well as her unexpected appointment to the position of chair. Oh, there's so much to explore. Yep. Okay. There's one exciting new organization, Constellation. We can push the boundaries of human knowledge and experience by exploring further into space than anyone had before. For all into the Starfield. God, I was so young, we all were, but I was the youngest of all. Now here we are on the brink of disaster. The colony war may be over, but the settled systems seem to be just waiting for the next one. Exploration is now at best quaint, at worst irrelevant. Fortunately, and it was no small feat, I've managed to put together a small list of potential new members. They are Irvin Madani, young biologist and physician from the Freestar Collective. Barrett, promising young physicist from UC. Colorful character, to say the least. Alice Campbell, woman of action and pilot, seems to have flown every type of ship at least once. Russell Luther, astronomer and former freelance collective military. Argumentative by effective. Viosla Chen, philosopher, historian, specializes in humanity's early days of space exploration. Gentile Min, dedicated to finding truth among the stars. Neon Hitman rumors are troubling. With any luck, the new blood will be what Constellation needs to keep going. Maybe. Hopefully. From the personal diary of Acha Mamasa, former Constellation chair. Sundial, spyglass. I like how they all have like this Navy navigation tools. That's pretty cool. Like sextants and things. Report to Clark Lewis. I breached the hull at approximately 1348 Sol time. As expected, all internal systems were offline. Emergency power had ceased to function years earlier, so I was navigating the ship in zero G. Again, I expected that. Almost immediately, I started seeing the bodies. They were everywhere. The crew, the settlers, all of them, drifting throughout the ship. What surprised me were the obvious variations in the causes of death. Those not in suits were frozen and fairly well preserved, and I imagine some of them actually asphyxiated. Others were emaciated, as if they had been starved to death prior to death and freezing. Others had substantial wounding, gunshot, stab wounds. I even found an arm floating amongst the debris, but not the owner of said arm. It was when I got to the engine room that things finally started to make sense. Due to my approach, I hadn't noticed it from outside, but half the compartment was actually gone, completely destroyed. The helium-3 tanks had ruptured, somehow. Sabotage? Faulty equipment? Wasn't clear, but the reactor was gone, blown into space. No helium-3 meant no jumping. No reactor meant no engines, no thrusters. That meant that Clark Lewis was dead in space forever. A few personal logs I discovered only confirmed what I then assumed. Life on the Clark Lewis evolved over the course of the next few years. Some people starved to death, others resorted to violence and even murder. There were even some compelling, though unsubstantiated evidence indicating cannibalism. For the settled systems at large, the disappearance of the Clark Lewis is a topic of urban legend, like Bigfoot or the Roanoke colony. Part of the myth held that the ship had been made into some Eden-like planet where settlers had established a kind of utopia. It's a hell of a thing knowing something an entire galaxy does not know. Holding on to a truth so terrible, you're not sure it should see the light of day. Chloe Bow's extensive 2282 report on the destruction of the Clark Lewis colony ship, which was reported lost in the year 2257, was a subject of much contention within Constellation. At a time when space exploration was already on decline, Sebastian Banks feared that the horrifying story of the Clark Lewis and its crew would prevent people from venturing out into the dangerous unknowns of space. Bathroom. Somebody's got a lab. Fish bowl. It's got a fish in it. Personal digiframe. My friend will be. Okay. Exotic wood. Oh,
This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there? We have to get this right. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried
Filthy
to steal it back.
corpos.
In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation.
Oh.
After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but you know, if the label fits.
I think this was a religious experience.
Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not gonna rule it out just yet.
That's fair. No, it's important. I can feel it.
It has to be, right? All of this is connected. We just need to figure out how and why. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
These artifacts all came out of caves?
Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found.
But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine?
Commander, we're under
potentially
attack.
the greatest
Oh, it's a
discovery in
blind wave
human
raid.
history, collecting dust.
Hi, Raiders. We're playing some Starfield. I'm Josh902. I'm one of the mods for the Blind Wave guys. Thank you for the raid, guys. We're just kind of getting started. Even though we've been playing for like 4 hours. Hi, Lewick. Hi, Basilisk. Hi, KC. Hi, Raiders. How you doing, guys? Thank you for the raid, Blind Wave guys. Appreciate you guys, obviously. We're just doing some Starfield, like I was saying. We're just getting started. We just landed in the town for the first time, so kind of just exploring this area that we're in. Some food. Had a smashing good time over there with the guys playing Smash Bros. Is that what they were up to?
Another adventurer joins the table.
Hey, thanks for the follow, KC. Appreciate you. Who won the most matches in Smash over there? If anybody was keeping count. Whoa, look at that. It's definitely not Calvin. That's fair. Ooh. No! Inaccessible! There's something good in there. Oh, nope. Can't open that either. I would think Rick. Was it Rick? Last winner was Aaron, but not sure overall. Gotcha. A copy of Moby Dick. Moby Dick, call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse, and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see what the watery part of the world. And so continues Melville's classic tale of revenge and obsession for a total of 341 pages. Storage. Whose room is this? Janitor closet. We got a whole bar here. Awesome. Wait, what is this? Cooking station. Got it. Fast travel location. Yes. Maybe we can get rid of that stuff. How are you liking this game so far? I am having a good time with it so far. We haven't really done a lot. We just got to check out the ship's inventory. Like city. Sorry.